here with the trick of the week, which is a new entrance into our half starfish. So if you've been playing with the infinity loop, you know that half starfish is a major player in that whole loop transition sequence. And as my students get used to half starfish and used to some movements, but they're not quite ready to really move on to more upper level 2 or upper level 3 moves, I like to show them new and inventive ways to get into half starfish, which is the starting point for so many different things. So this particular sequence into half starfish today involves an inverted pull-up, it involves a thigh catch, and a pullover, and a twist. So I like to call this one a flip and twist into your half starfish. The prerequisites, of course, are that you know half starfish. Another prerequisite is knowing how to do a pullover and being able to do an inverted pull-up. It is an extra bonus if your students know how to do the matrix, because that is really reminiscent of what we're doing here, although the cross of the fabric is different, okay? So let's go ahead and show it to you guys. So I like to start, hands grab both onto one handle and you stand onto the side of your swing. Now, over time, being able to do a nice inverted straddle pull-up will become easier. But if at first your student really just kind of like swinging their leg into the swing, that's great. That is wonderful. Over time, you want them to be able to have broad yet relaxed shoulders, strong belly, and you want to also use your pelvis. So many students really just rely on their upper body to do everything, and it makes all of your movements a lot more challenging, or it starts to overtax your hand grip or overtax your forearms, and that's where you get a lot of tennis elbows or other issues with your aerial students. So remind them as they're doing pull-ups, especially these inverted straddles, to use their hips to help them lift at the final end. So hands grab, shoulders broad, I invert, hips up, and slice one leg through the center of my fabric, okay? So I'm in a thigh catch. From here, I take my outside hand, my hand of the free leg, I reach it forward, all the way around to grab onto my opposite handle. Then I separate my elbows so I turn. In this case, I'm facing the front of our room, which is our mirror side. So I'll say, turn to face the mirrors. Shoulders relax. If you remember from a few weeks back when we learned the matrix, this is where we're gonna do a pullover to land in a hip hang on your fabric. So if you need to review that material, I'd suggest going back a couple of videos. This one is also a place where in a progression, I would have done a few boomerangs with our students to freshen up their skills for that. Okay, so my elbows are separated, shoulders relaxed. I want to be a nugget as I bring both knees into my chest, flip up until I land on my hips. Now remember, you don't want to overflip onto your belly. As soon as you're upside down, you let yourself slide into your hip hang. Now from here, to get into my half starfish, it's a twist. I lift up into Superman. Now whatever leg is free, I push into that hand and try to lean back into the hand of my leg that's crossed. Then I switch my hands to grab onto my opposite handles. Voila, I'm in half starfish. And from there, you can do all the fun little half starfish things that you like to do. So that is a inverted pull-up to a thigh catch, twist, pull over again, and twist into your half starfish. It's a really fun movement. This does start to build quite a few things into it that you want your students to have known ahead of time, or it gives you a ton of things to work on in your class. So I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and happy flying, my friends.